Okay, today you're going to create a storyboard for your film. Okay, um, here's the Edmodo assignment for today for the storyboard. Here are the directions. The more time and effort you put into the storyboard, the easier it's going to be to shoot your film. Looking here at the attachments, I've got the storyboard which is the tool that we're going to use. I've got two links for it. Because I put it in there twice. I don't know why. Here's project directions, and here's the rubric for your movie. Let me go ahead and take you to storyboard that, because that's what you're going to use to create your storyboard today. So when you get to storyboard, when you click on storyboard that, it's going to bring you here, and you're going to log on. Now, if you're a new user, you can just click on new user, and you can just sign in. Now, you want to tell it not to, email or anything like that. If you have a Google account, you could go ahead and log in quickly with Google. Put in a username, an email address, a password, and confirm the password. I don't think it checks email. I don't believe it does. So anyway, you can sign in that way, and I'm just going to go ahead and sign in. Okay, so when you're there, let me show you here. Let me show you a storyboard that I've already created. Now, I will tell you that you can only, with Storyboard that, with the free version, you can only create 2 storyboards per week. And so you want to be careful when you create this. Now, the good news is if you're working with 3 or 4 people, then you each have an account, so you can you can make that many storyboards if you mess up. But anyway, this is just pretty basic. We've got scene 1, Jordan walks in, starts to dance. Scene 2, Rachel comes in and starts to make fun of Jordan's dancing. Rachel feels bad and shows Jordan that she can't dance either, and then they both dance horribly together. All right, so that's just a basic deal. Now, here's the thing with this storyboard. This storyboard is very similar to Toon-Do, the Toon-Do activity that we did. We've got our cells here, and then we've got our scenes, which there's all kinds of different scenes here, characters, text boxes, shapes, other web and technology stuff, and you can even upload your own things. So now you're going to want to have at least 6 panels. Okay, so you want to go down here to add cells, and you got to add 3 cells underneath there and change the layout, and that gives you 6. I think you can add more. Now, if you're just doing it, depending on what kind of movie you're doing, if you're doing stop motion with Legos, or you're doing a silent film, or whatever, it's going to be difficult for you to find the exact setting or the exact way that your film that your story is going to be filmed. So when you're doing your storyboard, it's important for you to just see this as a plan of step 1. Here's scene 1. Here's what's happened in scene 2. Here's what's happening in scene 3. So let me just give you an example. Let's say that you're using Matchbox cars and you're doing a car race for a stop motion film. Well, you're going to film this thing, and it's going to be right there on your desk, but your setting might be, you might want to find like a big open area outside with a road and just bring that into the into your storyboard. In other words, you don't have to find a desk, or anything like that. It can be, it doesn't necessarily have to have that that detailed a background. Let me just see if I can find a road. Oh, no road. But anyway, okay, so here's kind of, something. But anyway, so you just drag those down, and then you might try to find a car. You could even upload. If you can't find a car in here, you can try to upload one. You just get what I'm saying here. That it doesn't have to be. You're going to have to kind of, I won't say embellish the story, but you're going to need to create a setting that's a general setting. I hope you kind of understand what I'm saying. So basically what I want to do is I want to be able to look at your storyboard and see this is going to be the progression of my movie. This is what's going to happen here in scene 1. Here's a visual. Here's some text describing this. By the way, to get that text in there, you go here, and you can just bring that text down. If you have a person saying something, then you can use a text. You can use one of these word clouds, or you can just bring this down, and then obviously you can move that around, make it bigger, and in this text box, then you'd want to describe, and maybe you've got cars there, and then, 2 cars getting ready to race each other. Okay, be specific, whatever you're writing, be specific and give details as to what's going on in that scene. And that's going to make things easier for you in the long run. So then for characters, there's all kinds of different characters. If you're doing Legos, then obviously you don't have to find Lego characters, to put in here. You can just put a regular person in there, and they'll represent your Lego. Okay? They've got teens, kids, jobs, all kinds of stuff in here. This is very similar to Toon-Do. Very similar to Toon-Do. So you need to have at least six describing your, spelling out your storyboard, and then you save it. Now remember, when you do save it, you only get to save two storyboards per week. So you don't want to go and you're not going to be able to do more than 2. That shouldn't be a big deal, because you can always save the storyboard and you can still go back and edit that storyboard later. Okay, and then once you've saved that storyboard, then you can share the storyboard. You can share the link with me. It's probably the easiest way. Just go up here, whenever you're here in your storyboard page, you could just copy that link and go to Edmodo and turn it in. Make sure when you turn in that link, or when you submit that link to me, that you write in the comment section, put everyone's name that is in the group. Okay, and then I will send you a message back saying that I approve it, or I need you to do this. And then once I approve your storyboard, then you can start capturing film. We will not capture film today, so you need to spend the entire class period working on this storyboard. All right, let's see what happens when you do this. Okay, so if you have any trouble sharing the link with me, then just let me know.